Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Things We Bought Yesterday and Today. I am back in the man cave, and unfortunately, the wife's not with me this time. But again, this is just all McCartney stuff that I've picked up during the month of April, and I'm thinking going forward with this series, I might just do that just once a month. I'll just show things that I've picked up for that month. So let's just get started. I've got Blu-rays, some 45s, and some LPs. Stuff from around the world. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys this stuff. But first up, we're gonna go with the film. The Girl Can't Help It. There you go. This is released by the Criterion Collection last month, and I know a lot of people know the story already, where the guys, they stopped recording during the White Album sessions. I believe they were recording a birthday at the time, and they stopped. They went back to Paul's place to watch the UK premiere, TV premiere of The Girl Can't Help It. When it came on. So I haven't watched this yet. Looking forward to just playing it and turning up the volume. I particularly really like the song "The Girl Can't Help It" by Little Richard, and yeah, looking forward to checking this out. So again, this is "The Girl Can't Help It." Now the 45s from around the world, that's continuing, and I got some more here. First up, I have, this is Helen Wheels, backed with Country Dreamer. Now this is the German version, and here's the label right there, and backed with Country Dreamer. Okay, there you go. Now when I do the 45s, I like to separate the two, because these are a little bit more delicate. And as you can see, maybe you can see it, but the ringware does get pressed in there pretty easy with these lightweight paper sleeves. So when it comes to 45s, I will keep them separate. Okay. Next up is arguably my favorite single from Paul and Wings in the 70s, and that is Junior's Farm. Again, this is the German pressing. There you go. Here's the back of that, and also promoting Ringo, Mind Games, and Band on the Run. Okay, so Junior's Farm, and we've got the Apple label there, and there's the back side. Okay, next up is one that I wasn't aware of. Okay, and this is Mulligan Tire. Now you're asking, what's the big deal about this one? This one just happens to be in East Germany pressing. Okay, so there's the label, backed with Girl School. You can see it there. Okay, so when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's a must-have for me. But it's pretty cool. Okay, so the sleeves is both sides, is the same on both sides. Alright, there you go. Next up is the LPs. And first up is Mccartney. Now you're just thinking, oh, it's just a McCartney. Well, this is a Russian McCartney. Okay, there you go. Kind of like the label on this. Okay, that out as so. Alright, there you go. Let's take a look at that. Looking forward to hearing this. Russian pressings in general are pretty good. So hopefully the same is true for this. Okay, now next up is Wings at the Speed of Sound. Now the big thing about this is, I know you might not be able to see it, but it has the lines there on the spine, and that means that it is the Columbia pressing. Okay, this was the last one I was missing for the Wings and McCartney stuff that was released prior to him signing to Columbia. All right, now I don't think they did a Columbia pressing for London Town. If anybody knows that for sure, please let me know. But but yeah, there you go. Right. All right. So again, I'm all caught up now on the Columbia pressings for the stuff from the 70s. All right, next up is Wings at the Speed of Sound. Now, I didn't have an original, so I had the Columbia and I had the archive release. So I wanted to get an original, and there you go. And there's that in the back there. Now, you guys know this middle famous illustration or painting. This was done by artist Jeff Cummins. And if you're an old school fan of the Two Leg Show, you would know that David and myself, being my old co-host and cousin, we got to interview Jeff Cummins, and he told us all about this inner sleeve or the inside jacket, and and he talked a little bit about Paul sitting down there. Why is he sitting down while everyone is standing? Obviously got Joe English sitting, but yeah, really interesting. If you listen to us on Podbean, you can go back to episode 308. We did that interview back in 2019. Now, Jeff Cummins also did Say. He did this one. He did Temporary Secretary, and I think I'm missing one more. But I'm actually thinking about inviting him back on, because we weren't a video cast at the time. We were just audio. So now that we're video, I'm actually thinking maybe we'll get him on, and he can, if he's got other stuff to show us, he can show us then. So yeah, just a regular old Wings at the Speed of Sound. So I'm sure you all seen the vinyl, so I won't take it out on this one. Next up is another interesting one. This was a very limited release, and this is the McCartney interview. Okay, this is also from Columbia. And now, the person that conducted this interview, Vic Garbarini, now he was the editor-in-chief of Musician magazine. And he's another person that we had on back in the old days with my cousin David as co-host. And if you go back, this is episode 211. Okay, and Vic is a very animated character, and I had a very, very long chat with him. And if you listen to that old episode, you would see it's called the McCartney Interview Part 1, and I had an 8-hour long conversation with him, and he was a lot of times going in different directions. So we haven't had an opportunity to do 2 and 3 so far, because part 2 or a part 3, just because the interview, it would take months to edit, and I just don't think it would make for a good episode, to be honest with you. But this is a really good interview. And it really brought McCartney out of his Beatles shell, because he was told before the interview to not talk about the Beatles, but he kind of slipped it in, and McCartney just opened up, and he really just talked a lot about the Beatles in this interview. So I'm sure you can listen to this on YouTube, but this is a sealed copy right here, as you can tell, and especially priced limited collector's edition. So this was also nominated for a Grammy. He did talk about that on that very long night. And I don't know, maybe one day I can get him back on and just say, hey, look, this is, the rest of the interview just didn't work out. So maybe that'll happen. But this is the McCartney interview. I highly suggest you guys check this out if you haven't already. Very good interview indeed. Okay. Next up is just an original shrink wrapped Flowers in the Dirt. Okay. I didn't have an original of this. I have the archive release. I think I have a Russian copy of this as well, and I was just missing an original. I don't know if it came with a hype sticker, but if you do have one with the hype sticker, please let me know. I'd love to see it. And again, this is, you know, this is a great album. This is really good. I've always enjoyed this album for the most part. You know, this except for a few things at the end. This was a really good album, and we've talked very highly of this album in past episodes with Andy and with David. So yeah, this is just your regular run of the mill Flowers and Dirt. Funny thing, one of the price stickers right there, $9.99 from Tower Records. So yeah, times have changed indeed. Last but not least, again, this is something I haven't had, so I'm really glad I was able to find one in the shrink with the sticker, and that was Tripping the Live Fantastic. Okay. And you got Paul McCartney, Tripping the Live Fantastic hype sticker right there. The 3 LP set. Okay. And this was just a mixed bag of everything, really. I mean, this one was a better representation of his career. You had good amount of Beatles stuff. You had a good amount of solo stuff, and you had just a couple little things like 20 Flight Rock, things like that, songs that really meant a lot to him, and Cracking Up, Inner City Madness, some crazy off the wall stuff on here. But this was a really good release, and and he really represented Flowers in the Dirt on this tour. A lot of songs from that album on here. You got Figure of Eight, you got Rough Ride, We Got Married, Put It There, this one. So he really pushed Flowers in the Dirt, and it's really a shame that this album didn't do better here in the States, because I think it was a #1 in the UK, but unfortunately didn't do so well here. And yeah, My Brave Face is on here as well. So, but yeah, so here it is, Tripping the Live Fantastic, the 3 LP sets. Now I can show you real quick. I'll just show you one of the vinyl. Okay, so you can, if you don't have it, you can just see the label. All right, it's really lightweight. You can tell that they were really getting stingy on the vinyl here. I'm not gonna bend it or anything, but yeah, it's really light. So, but yeah, so that's it. Just a real quick video this time, and I'll probably see you next month with the next installment of things we bought yesterday and today. So thank you everybody out there for watching and commenting. Take care.